Can't say I didn't do something today. Mirror. Right on. Needed that for a long time. Something stupid simple like that too. So anyway, that's a good thing. Because I hate turning my neck around trying to see. Now I got one for the Skidster Bobcat and the Bobby Jr. Alright, now it's a lovely day out. I've already been at stuff. But what I'm doing today, right off the get-go, is a couple of things. I've got to lower this front deck, but I wanted to validate what the height was on these guys. So the front of the deck should be like a 1/4 inch lower than the rear of the deck. And I kind of have that right now, except that lower wheel, as you can see here, I've got a 1-inch spacer, and I think those are like maybe a 1/4 inch spacers. So I got one 1-inch and 2 1/4 inch, or 2 1/2 inch. Same here, same down there, with a 1-inch spacer on top of each, except this one has an extra large one. I think that's actually a 1/2 inch, and the next one to it is a 1/4 inch. So these are 2 1/4 inch spacers. Or 3/8 inch. What are the spacer sizes supposed to be? I guess that's what I got to find out. But I'm missing spacers, that's for sure. According to the owner's manual, there's spacers missing. But I do need, whatever they are, I do need to adjust that one. I got to take that larger, this one off. Actually, oh, see, yeah. So there's an extra. That's fine. I just got to take that extra one off of there. Okay, you can see that's an extra one there. Alright, so that one comes off again, and I take that extra one off, so I don't have it there. Alright, so let me do that, and then to adjust these fronts, you can kind of see there's markings here. So right now this is at 5 inches, which I need to bring that down some, and this needs to come down as well, but I guess I got to put it on a level, get it level here, and then measure the back, because here again the front needs to be a little bit lower than the rear of this main deck, and I'm not sure how I can gauge the rear height. This mechanism here adjusts the rear height, but I'm not sure how to gauge that other than measuring it, and I'll need to get on a better flat surface, because I'm kind of at an up angle here coming into the shop. So that's what I'm going to try to do, is get rid of that one extra spacer, lower these front wheels, and then try to adjust that back, and go from there. So we can see here again, there's a bolt missing from the top of this mounting plate, and it's starting to crack here as well. It has begun to crack, so I got to fix both of those, which was identical to the other side, and that tells me these bolts were missing, which is what causes the cracking with this gusset. So I don't know why they didn't put a bolt in there. They felt they couldn't get at it or whatever, but that certainly screws crap up. But I'm fixing to get at it here. This one's getting a lot easier than the other. I don't have to take this whole arm, this whole wing off, so this will make it a quick fix. They put a big old bolt on that side. I don't know why they didn't do it up top side here. It's just kind of a pain in the ass. I took the air filter out, but that wasn't all that difficult. So anyway, that's what I'm up to now. I'm trying to find hardware that fits, and I got all kinds. This stuff was just too big, so I'm back at it. I am not even going to begin to tell you what a pain in the ass this stupid ass thing was. But trust me, it was a pain in the ass. I finally got a bolt in there without it breaking. It took me forever to get a bolt in there, and trying to suck it up against the tractor frame, it busted. It was a piece of crap bolt, but so I had to use like the same one again, different bolt, same size and all, same quality. Suck it up a little bit, clamp into it, suck it up some more, clamp that off, then take that cheap ass bolt out because it was longer, and I got a grade 8 in there now. Well, it took about 3 minutes to do, so now I just got a few little things here to put back together on it, and it's done. I'm gonna let it cool off, clean it up a little bit, shoot some paint on it, and that'll be that. 6 brand new spanking tires for the F-350. It gets dropped off Monday. They get put on mounted Tuesday, so that's pretty awesome. They're a Cooper tire, but they have a tread very similar to the Michelin, so I'm kind of curious to see. I've had nothing but good luck with the Michelins, so I'll be curious to see what's up with the Coopers. They're a lot more cost effective, especially for that truck. It doesn't get driven a whole lot. I'm needing 6 of them. I figured, well, I had Michelins on there, but they dry rotted. That's how long they'd been on there. But the tread is still awesome. So seems like that was a bit of a waste of money. But we'll see how these Coopers fare out. And that leads us to today. I'm going to start off with some mowing. I'm going to look at this Power Flight. I looked on it last night, looked online last night. I can order just that fitting hose connector where it's leaking down there. Get that checked out. And I did get the little edger blade put on yesterday. That was a good thing. Oh, there it is. I was looking for that. That's the lever, so you can move. The this machine without, so you can move the handle. I think that's. Anyway, so that's the lever I was looking for. I was confusing it with the height adjustment of the brushes, but that's the transporter that lets you pull it around so the wheels are down and you're not dragging it on the brushes. Alright, so I gotta go down and get the mower. So I gotta look at that Power Flight. I can't do anything with the chainsaw because I don't have the parts. I figured I'm just gonna hold off. I ordered the gaskets, so they'll be here next week for that weed eater blower. I'm not stressing on getting it done, so I brought over some stuff out of the other shop for in here. I gotta get it put away. I got just car stuff, lights and fuses, so I figured it makes more sense to have them over here. It's where I kind of jack around with the cars in here. And I'm contemplating of doing this floor, of painting it. So I'm seriously contemplating that, and I'm not sure what's going to happen. The closing for the other side of the property, that's going to go through, it looks like. So, but instead of the end of May, it looks like the closing is the end of April, which means I got to come up with a solution ASAP for all the crap that's in there. That kind of bites. So, because whatever goes up now it's not going to be temporary. It'll be whatever it is. So I was going to do a little bit more of a permanent structure, but that takes time, and I don't have time. So it looks like I'll probably just have to put up a clear span building just to get everything under cover. And then it's a question of where, because where I was going to put a building, trees got to come down, and oh well, that's what it is. Kind of knew this was going to happen, but what do I know? What do I know? Anyway, I'm going to go get the mower and have at it. Get that out of the way, and then I'll move into the shops. And I might get that. It's colder again today. I'm waiting for it to warm up to do that other head. And then tomorrow's supposed to be really nasty weather. High winds again, rain, and which means branches. Rain in my world just means branches, and lots of them. Or wind in my world means branches. They're a pain in my ass. Alright, well, I'm going to go have at it. Maybe I'll get some of this stuff put up. I got a couple of posters and some license plates I figure I can put up along on here. That stuff. That box, I'm going to take the lid off that Husky box. It got kind of, somewhere amongst the years here, it got discombobulated. So I'm just going to take the top of it off, a big little storage container. I saw a thing on YouTube last night about adapters, battery adapters for power tools. So I went online and started looking. So sure enough, it's like you can take an adapter that will allow this 20-volt DeWalt to run a Makita, let's say, or run a Makita off of a DeWalt, or one of DeWalt off of Makita, and there's a number of different adapters. So I actually have to go through and see what, and it's 18 and 20 volt. So like this is a 14 volt. Can't do that. So I got to take an inventory of just what in Milwaukee, you know, it's all in there. I just got to see which batteries I have, because it'd be great to have an adapter and minimize the number of batteries, or increase my options of what I can use at any given time. So that was kind of a cool score. Alright, I'm going to go down and get the mower. Been doing a bunch of odds and ends stuff today. I did a bunch of mowing. Actually, did the paddocks, some of the park area back there in the property. But I took this catcher off the grasshopper. Wasn't using it anymore. I went with a mulching deck, or mulching blades, and block off, and I got other stuff I'm dealing with leaves, so took it off, and it got batched. Anyway, this thing got banged up and beat up. You can see where it hit stuff, and this side's all, its metal is ripped, and so it's not even functioning. You can see here where it got caught and ripped. So I gotta do some mending on it. See if, just another one of those things. I say I could sell it, but that means I got to deal with people trying to sell it, and I hate doing that. So anyway, we'll see. But for now, I'm gonna load it up in the gator and haul it in the back here. But a lot of weight off of the back of this. So that's a good thing. Less stress. Less wear and tear, man. Alright, so I'm continuing. Kind of slow on videos these last couple of days, just because It's a good mower, man. Little Kubota diesel, fairly big deck. Gets at it. Had the DR walk behind bush hog out and did some cleaning up around in the back there a bit. Just a slow day. Alright, well, let me get this thing loaded up and hauled out of here. Pain in the ass to do it by myself because that thing is not light. It's not light and it's awkward as shit. So, how's that for a kind of like a dead body? Not light and awkward as shit. Dead weight, as they say. Alright. Well, here it is a stormy Monday. Wind's kicking ass. Rain's kicking ass. That's kind of why I got out yesterday. Did a bit of mowing. So I knew it was going to get wet and whatnot. So, as we were out here the other day, when half of the top of a tree came down, guess what? Here's its twin brother off that same tree. The top that came down. It's the one I kept looking up at when I was out here cleaning up the other one, because I didn't want it falling on me. And sure enough, it came down. So no top to that tree, which is going to make it easy to bring down now. But this is that's where the other piece fell off from. So this one's just about equal to that one, but it went the opposite direction. Fortunately, it didn't get any power lines, no fencing, so kind of no harm, no foul, except I got to get out and clean it up now. And this tree, the rest of this will now be easy to bring it down. It'll just go that way, but not today. Not today. So that sucks, but more work to do. Just more shit for me to have to do. That's how I look at it. Did get this knocked down in here a little bit yesterday, where at least I could. A lot of sticks and branches down, which I don't like mowing over those, but sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Leaves are gone from along the fence line for the most part. Got a bunch of the needles up. Still have some areas to get the leaves up. I did go over some of this with the grasshopper yesterday, and mulched them up. But there's still, you can see this was a big patch here, and there's a big patch in here I still need to deal with. But it's better. And little piles of stuff, remnants, things I can get at better. But like I said, at least it's in patches now. I'll just deal with it in little patches. Little patches. Growing up, a cousin of mine had a little POA, a Pony of America. His name was Patches. They had it for a long time. That's the horse I learned to ride. I learned to ride a horse on little Patches. Learned how to fall off a horse on Patches as well. So I'm gonna, while it's wet and stuff out, I'm gonna chop this up a little bit in here and toss some seed down while I have the opportunity to do so. Got the seeding done, JIT. Rain's coming down. The soil was already real, obviously it was saturated, so I hoed it up with the rake. That took me about 45 minutes an hour. Got a bunch of seed down, some Scott seed with fertilizer, in it, and some regular seed, patch repair stuff. So hopefully that area will get taken care of. I'm not sure. I got to get these tires over to Mr.Tire before they close today. That's at 5 to drop the 350 off and see how that goes. Not sure what. I got a few odds and ends I can clean up in here. Maybe I'll come out and do that in a little bit here. Get some of those car fuses and that stuff put away that I drug out. So I'm gonna head back into the casa while this squall blows by. And I tell you, those trees rocking it. Big tree down, tree down, tree down. These things really rock. I gotta bring this tree down here. This one right here, I gotta bring it down. It's dead. I don't know what killed it, but it's precarious. It'd be easy enough to do, except I got a fence all right here. So I gotta climb up there, take pieces down. I gotta rope them off because you can see the weight's leaning away from the fence, or out towards the fence. So I gotta get that stuff to fall inside here. But this is the dog pen. I don't know if I showed you, but I made this. I built it. Did all the posts, strung the fence, did the rails, put the gate in. So this was my creation for the dogs. It took a little bit to figure out the perimeter of it because of the trees. I had to come inside of trees, outside of trees. And of course some knuckleheads, they just kind of all hang out in one spot in it. They don't really take advantage of it, but so be it. That's an incomplete project I asked my daughter to do, but see how far that went. So, see the flags are flying. We put up one of the medic flags to show our support for those men and women that are fighting this virus, helping us fight this virus. I don't think when they took the oath, I don't think this was quite on the agenda for them, but we're glad they're there. As all components, we're glad everybody is doing what they're supposed to be doing. That's what makes this country tick. We talk to the socialists, so it's one for the government, and it's not the government for all. It's it kind of is. It's federalized government for all. Jobs, the economy is federalized. Healthcare, schools, education, everything. It's been a failed experiment. Every time it's tried, it's failed, and miserably. So, it's a parasite. Socialism is a parasite. It drains its host, and then it needs to find a new host. And California is an example. Very progressive socialist state, and people are leaving there in droves. And they're moving to Texas and elsewhere and bringing their parasitic beliefs with them. Anyway, that's my rant for the day. I'm for freedom. I need as little government in my life as possible. That's I'm ho. Not that I'm a ho, but in my humble opinion. There's points in time and purposes for it. And there's points and times and purposes it's not meant to be. So, man, look at this stuff out there. I think this is what got the people in the South. I feel bad for them. Mississippi, Louisiana, not only are they dealing with, stay-at-home orders and virus and all that crap, then we got tornadoes ripping through. That must, it's bad enough when you just have one or the other, let alone compound it with both, you know. That's a sad state. Feel for those people. So I hope their community can come together and help rebuild their homes and lives, because people certainly need that right now, especially when you're told to stay at home. You need a home to stay at. Anyway, I'm gonna head in. Came down to check the timer on the light pole down here at the pond. Pond is full. It's looking good. It's full, but then I noticed this. Another victim of the windstorm. Down, down, down. Across the fence. So I'll have to get down here and clean this one up too. God bless it. This is kind of the back side. This part of my property, but if everything goes as planned, it's sold. Little creek, runoff creek, comes back through here. Seeing if people have been back here. It's actually down a little bit. Somebody has been down here because they took that side of it out. Get a lot of trespassers back here, especially from these people up here. Try to keep stuff posted. It's a big old uprooted tree right there. That's fact. It's been that way for a long while. So I gotta fix this light up here again. Should come down and do some fishing before I head off out of here. Sell this off. Alright, check on this light. This is what today has consisted of. Lots of wind, lots of rain, and thunder and lightning. Which, hey, I'm not bitching given the issues that they had down in Mississippi and Louisiana. Count my blessings. Actually, this is lightning up here. Can make a dash. I got to fire up to 350. Let it warm up for a little bit so can get some tires ran over to Mr.Tire so they can mount them on it tomorrow. I got a spare in the barn too I got to get a hold of. So while it's light, while the rain has slowed up a little bit, I think I'm gonna go do that. Clear sky, well, blue sky. Today, I believe, is going to be a tree day. I got this one up here, got one down by the pond, and unfortunately my echo is still down because I'm waiting on the hub chain gear piece. It's like the one thing I need the most is the one thing taking the longest, and that's a pain in the wazoo. So given that, I'll use the Husqvarna. And this can go up here. I might bring the bobcat down to the tree down by the pond because then I can lift it up off the fence because it's down on the fence, which didn't break the fence, which is a good thing. It just mushed it really good. And I'm going to clean these windowsills and stuff in this garage. I still haven't done anything with that. I got to get online to look for a part for that. Those tarps, which these are awesome tarps, man. They were expensive. They're not cheap. A little spendy, but they're awesome tarps. I got to put those over in the shop. They're just taking up too much room down here. I ordered a couple of different battery adapters. See how they function when they get here. Kind of stoked about that. Alright, well, let's get rocking and rolling here. So this is victim number 1. I'll probably start from that side over there and work my way down here, knocking these branches off. And I figure, hey, what the hell? I'm going to give this pooling here. Give it a twirl. Haven't used it in a long time. I'm not sure even how this chain's going to perform, but I've got, it's an 18-inch. I've got other chains up there in the shop that are 18s that are sharpened, I believe. And then I got the Husqvarna back there, so as I wait for my echo to get fixed. So let's kick the show on the road. Well, Step 1, get the saws fired up. Step 2, buck and cut up tree. Step 3, load what you just bucked and cut up. Step 4, dump. Step 5, go to step 3 and repeat. So tell me, this is I pulled out a branch out of here. Tell me, there's a big branch you can see. That would not cause you some serious heartburn if that thing fell on you. Pulled out 2 or 3 of them. I left this one in here. Check that bad boy out. Think of that going right down through your noggin or gut. That would be lights out, peeps. Yeah, see, there's another one, that one in down there. You gotta watch shit, man. That's when I was out here cutting up the other half of this one that fell off, blew off. I was watching these things, man. You don't want that crap coming down on you. And like I said, my echo's down, or else I'd bring this tree down today. But I need my echo. These two aren't. That'll be, you know, I got to put the 20-inch blade on the echo for that one. 20-inch bar and chain, I should say. So I'll just leave that one standing. But I got to finish this one up. Then I got to go down to the pond and get that one up off the fence. So just a few more pieces. I'll come back and do the detailed. I want to get that one off the fence down there and get it cut up as well. So, all right, back at it here. I don't know if you can see how deep that hole is, but it's every bit that deep. That's it's this guy right here, man. Thud. Nature's weapon right there, man. That's crazy. You can see how many of them there are. There's the big one there. Number of small ones. Man, just not getting hit by the damn thing, you'd get all stabbed up by it. Oh well. I'm gonna go dump this load and pick my stuff up and get it down to the pond area. Alright, I think I'm gonna change the chain on this poolin and go down and hit that other tree. I'm gonna have to drive down there, hike all the way back up here, because I gotta use the bobcat to get that tree up off the fence and just make it easier, because then I could move it to where I'm gonna cut it up rather than cut it off the fence, go back and forth over the fence, load it up into this, and move it to where I'm gonna toss the wood. I might as well just pick the whole damn tree up, get it up off the fence, go slam it down where I'm going to cut it up and make it a lot easier. But that means I got to go down there and then hike all the way back up here, which down by the pond light post, which I got to go down there and fix the timer anyway again, and then hike it back up here. So that's what I'm up to here on a Tuesday, early Tuesday afternoon, late morning. Alright, let me get at this here. Alright, gonna see if I can't pick out some of this tree from in here and get it moved about. We'll see. Gonna see about getting some of this tree moved around. bush hog will travel. I'm gonna go down to where I just cut that tree up down by the pond, and we're gonna do some bush hogging. Actually, it's not that bad. I gotta get this strip taken care of. At least might be my last time doing it, as the new owners. Drop the glove here. The new owners. Hopefully, if we close on the 30th, I won't have to go down there and do this anymore. But I figure it's going to be a church, or at least that's what we're told. It's a church buying the property, and they want to build a church. And if that's the case, I got a sneaking suspicion that I may wind up mowing some pasture, keeping the place tidy for a little while until they get their act together. I don't know, who knows? But anyway, so that's where I'm headed. Down to the pond. Through the park we go. Into the mechanism of the timer and jacked it up pretty good. So I can see the tree is now gone. I've got some remnants here. Tried to get some of that smaller stuff picked up, but this is what I'm going to be bush hogging. Got that done, and then it drops off at the front of this whole creek. Got all that done as well. I may have to go back up along here. It didn't look too bad. Along the backside there, I tried to get it, but didn't look too bad right now. But I may go back up there and pick up all this crap that was left up there. You know, people, just such lovely people, man. Sure, they wouldn't leave crap like that in their own property, but whatever. So I'm going to take this stuff back up to the house, and my tires got mounted and the 350's ready to get picked up. So I got the lower pasture mowed, I got the front yard mowed, I got the back bush hogged, cut up 2 trees, and picked up the truck with new sneakers on it. That's what I mowed the field with. The Kubota with the big woods. So now I gotta go down and get the hustler and bring it back up here.